We had a wonderful tour with Shinjo-san. The schedule allowed us plenty of free time to explore, the weather was perfect, and the bus was very clean and comfortable. Lunch was also delicious and cute, bento box emoji, sparkles emoji, thank you for the great experience, hyacinth emoji, blossom emoji. It was an amazing tour. Ayumi, our guide, and Emiko, our driver, are so sweet and friendly. Ayumi have been guiding our trip in English. The trip overall was memorable as we get to see the nemophila and wisteria, white and yellow in full bloom, as purple and pink have passed its season, and other beautiful flowers. The Edo period dress stop was okay, not a lot to see there, but it was interesting as it was built since 200 years ago. The whole trip was very rushed due to the Golden Week heavy traffic jam. Despite the huge delay in itinerary, we still managed to visit the two main attraction parks. Special thanks to our tour guide, bus driver, and cheers to the great weather today. Went on 2nd May. Hitachi first, flowers were still in full bloom, hills of blue. 2 hours was more than enough there, even had ice cream. Umbrella was provided since it rained. Lunch was great, big variety. Next is Ashikaga, all the wisteria was in full bloom also. Pink, white and purple wisteria everywhere. Souvenir shops had a lot of things to buy also. Travel bus was fast, the guide, Yui-san, gave clear instructions and was very friendly smile. We really enjoyed the flower tour, despite the rain. Easiest way to go to a few of the gardens in one day. Bento was tasty. Perfect time to go because everything is in flower for spring. The second stop had free rental umbrellas in case you also get a rainy day. Yui was very friendly, helpful, and gave clear instructions on when we needed to be back at the bus. The bus driver got us safely between places despite the rain. Recommend if you love to see pretty gardens. This was a super beautiful trip to see all of these flowers. The bento box was really tasty and the rides were all really fast. Yui was a great guide, telling us all the info on the spots we were going and giving us a really good idea of when we needed to be back. Overall a great one-day trip. It was a pleasant experience with the staff, Moto, and the driver. We were able to stick with our schedule despite unexpected traffic caused by a collision. The bento lunch was also a surprise. We will recommend this tour package to our friends. I enjoyed our time at both parks and Moto was very kind. The only downside was that we had to wait for a passenger for over 30 minutes, which made us have a lot less time at Ashikaga Park. Moto spoke multiple languages well, which made for an easier transition. It was a wonderful day trip. Our guide, Yasu, was very personable, knowledgeable, and friendly. He also shared a lot of general knowledge about Japan with us. We had plenty of time to enjoy both parks in full bloom. There are beautiful souvenir shops at Ashikaga Flower Park, and both parks serve really good ice cream. The bento box was very large and tasted absolutely delicious. A big thank you also to Eto, our bus driver. This trip is definitely one of our favorite days in Japan. One of the best tours I have been to due to our guide Yasu. He was so helpful and guided through the itinerary with maps and info so we didn't get lost or was in any doubt. He also shares fun info regarding Japan, which was very interesting. The whole trip was comfortable and was exact as in description. Would definitely recommend this tour, and especially with our tour guide Yasu. Very straightforward tour, providing transport to the two gardens. Guide ensured timely departures and played recorded announcements when approaching each garden. Bento was pretty good too, even though it was to eat on the bus upon completion of the very crowded Hitachi Seaside Park. Too early for the wisterias at the Ashikaga garden as they just started blooming, unlike the photos. We had a great time during this trip. I recommend to see tulip at Hitachi Seaside Park as it's at its peak now. Ayumi and her colleagues is an excellent guide. Bento box is really nice and delicious. One point I suggest for improvement is to have clear sign at the meeting point, as there are 3 to 4 tour meeting at the same time, so I have to go ask every single staff whether this is our tour.